YouTube, coming in for my 8th video, and I just want to thank all my new subscribers. Ironically, I have 8 subscribers for my 8th video. I just want to thank you guys. It makes me feel really good. I know it seems like a small amount for some people, but that's everything to me. It's really nice to know that there's people out there that care or that are watching, and we can share this journey together. It means a lot. Thank you. So, I know my last video I was complaining that I had a lot of rosacea and my face was messed up. I did quit taking that medication. I do think I was partially allergic to it. It was part of the problem. And my face is still a little bit red, but it's clearing up a little bit. If you guys remember, I was talking to you about going to the ENT and getting that special sinus flush, and we went into his office and he just got right on it, stuck me in his chair, and connected me to some apparatus, and took these 4 different vials in this huge machine. He turned it on, stuck it in my nose, and it felt like some high power washer was spraying up my nose, like my brain was shooting to the moon. It felt really crazy. The first one that he gave me was a numbing, and I took a deep breath, and it numbed my entire chest. It was crazy. And next time I have to remember not to take a breath when that's going in. And then there were 3 different other ones that he did. I started off with a pretty bad headache, and then when he was done, it cleared it up for a little while. But anyway, I have to go back for 3 more of those. Went back to the pulmonologist again, and he sent me for a sleep study. Okay. I've never been to a sleep study before. If you haven't, it is a very weird experience. You go in, they attach all kinds of wires and nodes to your body all over, and then they tell you that they're videotaping you sleep, and you have to sleep on your back, and you're in a strange bed in a strange place with somebody watching you, and then they tell you, we need you to get some good sleep, and you're like going, yeah, right. So I did that. I took some Benadryl, which didn't really help that much, but I took it. Fell asleep eventually. And so then in the middle of the night, she came in and was like, oh, you stopped breathing, so we've got to put put a CPAP machine on your nose. I could not breathe at all. It was awful. And then she put another mask, and I felt like Darth Vader. I mean, literally, it was breathing like that. It was really uncomfortable and weird. Worst night's sleep of my life. Anyway, got that done. So apparently now I need the CPAP machine, and I have been diagnosed with sleep apnea. Another issue. So anyway, the issue with that is that I have to get that machine in and be sleeping with it for 2 weeks prior to getting my surgery. So that's about that. Then I went to our GEAR group. I forgot what the acronym is for GEAR, but it's where bariatric patients go once a month for a meetup, and it's kind of cool how they do it. They take the pre-op patients in first, and then the post-op people come in, and then they talk to you about their experiences. I've met 2 really nice ladies from there and added them to my Facebook. That's really cool. And then they do like a clothes swap. So as you're losing weight, you're giving your clothes and getting clothes that are smaller. It's a really cool situation they got going there. Then if you notice, I did change my YouTube name from Rivka Sorbet to No Limits. The reason I did that is I am on another program called Second Life under Rivka Sorbet, and people were finding my real life video YouTubes, and I didn't know that I felt comfortable with that. So I changed it to No Limits, which is actually something that my dad gave me before he passed away, that I would have no limits. And I have to tell you that my health and my weight have definitely limited me in life, and so I'm going to get rid of these. Then I went in for the surgeon consultation, and he explained the surgery. He told me I would get a 36-inch French bougie. That's the size of the sleeve that I'm getting. And he started explaining to me, what's kind of interesting is the sleeve will be okay for you if you've just started taking high blood sugar medications. But if you've been on like insulin for like 10 years, 5-10 years, he was saying it would probably be better to get the RNY to get the kind of results to get rid of your high blood sugar. So that was kind of interesting. So for me right now, until the next video, I'm going to be doing my exercise and diet, of course. I need insurance clearance. get the CPAP, and be doing it for 2 weeks. I have to see my dietitian on February 2nd to get cleared. I have an EGD, which is the upper GI, on February 4th. I have to get my surgery date, which I'm hoping for either February 4th, 11th, or March 4th. And I have to schedule anesthesia pre-op and then have my surgery. For those of you, and I think one of my new subscribers, Amaretta Mama, I think is her name, she's one of my new subscribers. I think she's having to do the 6-month wait, which is really frustrating. It's really hard to wait, I know. I've been going through that. So for me, I'm still waiting too. So if you are before you start your liquid diet, here's some things that you can go ahead and put into place, or at least they're things I have to do if you want to put these into your routine to help everything go smoother. Okay, first of all, you want to avoid caffeine, which if you're like me and you've been drinking caffeine all your life, it is a major hit for you. No carbonated drinks. You want to stay away from white starchy carb, like your white sugar, white flour, white rice. You don't want to be drinking out of a straw. You don't want to be 30 minutes before, during, or after meals. You don't want to be having fluids then. You want to add your multivitamins and supplements. And you want to be exercising, even if you're just like walking around the block or something, because after surgery you have to get up and walk, and if you're already accustomed to walking, it's going to be a lot easier to get through that. It's a hard time in the beginning. The first couple of days, the surgeon said you will have buyer's remorse probably the first couple of weeks or a month, because it'll be painful and hard to get through some of those areas. So if we're already pre-prepared and we want to be taking our vitamins and stuff before we get into that area, it'll be an easier transition. Also, you want to be exercised and you need to be tracking your food. So MyFitnessPal is another great app that you can use to do that. So when we're sitting down to eat, here's the things. You want to drink 1 high-protein shake a day, which is 20 to 25 grams of protein at least. Have a blue carnation breakfast once a day for a meal. You need to have 3 meals scheduled at certain times a day where you're eating those same times every day. You want to use 30 minutes per meal to eat, because once you get the sleeve, you really have to take your time. Then your vegetable, and then any complex carbs. You need to get at least 70 grams of protein, and you want to limit your portion sizes. Maybe look at the South Beach diet for a way to do that. You want to use smaller plates and utensils, and you want to also chew your food to applesauce consistency. And anyway, those are just some tips. Maybe that will help you at least have something to focus on while you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for something to get going. Anyway, I just want to say hello to everyone and hope everything's going okay for you. And thanks for subscribing or watching my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I will subscribe back to you for support.